to at least give him a chance to try to tie his career long. I mean, trailing 21-20, 2 minutes to go in the game, 3 timeouts. Where do you think they need to get to feel like Kai has the best chance?
I think if you get him around 50 yards, 49 yards, Paul, so that's going to get you got to get to around the 33-yard line.
21-20 New Orleans, here we go. 1st and 10 from the Vikings 36. Case Keenum out of the shotgun, 2 receivers, make it 3 to the right, Thielen left. Case on a deep drop, looking left, sees nothing, steps up in the pocket, passes, incomplete. Missed Jarius Wright by a good 7 yards because Case had to avoid the pressure. Play took 5 seconds. It's 2nd and 10 from the 36 of Minnesota. New Orleans has outscored the Vikings 21-3 in the second half. There's been a block punt, a couple of Michael Thomas touchdown receptions, and most recently an Alvin Kamara touchdown reception on a spectacular pass by Drew Brees, and the Saints took the lead on the Will Lutz extra point. 2nd and 10 from the Minnesota 36. 1:55 to go in the game. 2 receivers right and left. Case shotgun. Jerick McKinnon to his left. The Saints rush 4. Case straight in the pocket. He's going to loop one up to the right. Flag on the play.
What a catch!
Thielen! You're right, Peter. What a catch at the 41. Flag came in front of the Vikings bench. Adam Thielen with a spectacular over-the-shoulder catch at the 41. And we have 1:47 to go in the game. Let's see what this flag is.
Marshawn Lattimore interfered with him at least 2 different occasions on that same route.
Sounds
and
good
Thielen
to me.
Still came down with the ball.
Look at Adam.
What a catch.
There are 2 fouls against the defense.
Yes!
Prior to the pass holding, defense number 23. That penalty is declined. We also have pass interference defense number 23. That is also declined, and the result of the play is a completed catch and a first down.
Marshawn Lattimore just hit the daily double, Peter.
Yeah, and Adam Thielen still went up and caught that football, Paul. This is what this team needs. The offense, it's a team game. The defense did a great job in the first half. They've given up 21 points to one of the most prolific offenses in the league.
Yeah.
Now our offense needs to come back, and these are the guys, great players, make big plays in big games, Paul. And now we are knocking on the door of being in excellent field goal range.
1st and 10 from the New Orleans 40. Keenum out of the shotgun. David Morgan motions to the backfield. There are 2 in the backfield with Case Keenum. He takes the snap, looks right, passes right, incomplete at the 35. Looking for Thielen on Lattimore. Keenum threw it into a very tight window, and they couldn't close on it. So now 1:44 to go in the game. Saints lead 21-20. Minnesota with 3 timeouts remaining. New Orleans with 1 timeout and no challenges. Kai Forbath, kicker for the Minnesota Vikings, 2 of 3 today. He hit from 20 and 49. He missed left from 49. And it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the New Orleans 40. Empty backfield as Jerick McKinnon sprints out to the left of Adam Thielen. 3 receivers left. Stefon Diggs and Kyle Rudolph right. The Saints rush 5. Case passes right. It's caught by Rudolph at the 36. Sneaky little gain of 5 there, Peter. And he's out of bounds. Clock stops. 1:40 to go in the game. It's 3rd and 5 from the 45. So as of now, you're looking at a 52-yard try by Kai Forbath.
Now this is where you got to be smart, and you just cannot forget about the running game, Paul. And I'll tell you what, Bo, you got to give Kyle Rudolph credit. One-on-one, Craig Robertson, great throw.
No huddle. Case takes the snap. Saints rush 4 on 3rd down. Case floats out to the right. He's going to throw right for Rudolph. Tries to make a one-handed catch, incomplete. Case floated that ball up there. I mean, it was unbelievable. As Marcus Williams, who has a pick today, came flying over, and here comes Kai Forbath. Kai Forbath with 1:34 to go in the game. Cut by the New Orleans Saints September 6th of 2016 for their current kicker, Will Lutz. Walks onto the field to attempt a 53-yard field goal right hash to kick the Vikings to the lead. The long snapper, Jeff Overbaugh, signed 3 weeks ago. The holder is Ryan Quigley. Snap good, spot down. Forbath with plenty of leg, and it is good! Kai Forbath! Yes! 23-21 Vikings!
And Paul, the Saints now with 1.5 minutes left to go with only 1 timeout. So Drew Brees is going to have to, if we can kick that thing, you want to tell Kai Forbath, hey, great job making that field goal now. You need to get this thing out of the back of the end zone. Don't let them return it at all. The Saints will get it at the 25-yard line, Paul, and we'll have 1 minute and 30 seconds with only one timeout to get their team in field goal range and try to win this football game. But you gotta give some credit. A huge catch by Adam Thielen to get the Vikings offense in that position.
Yes.
Oh, my heavens. You know, they've been battling. You look back at that drive, you wondered if you could have run the ball maybe once or twice more. But you know what? The whole point is to get yourself in the field goal range, get a big attempt, and Kai Forbath coming up huge with that field goal. And let's get this crowd up and going because we're going to need that noise for this defense, Paul.
Boom! There's Forbath's kick. And it goes to rookie Alvin Kamara, who goes to a knee. 7 yards deep in the end zone, 1:29 to go in the game. You know, when I was setting that up, Peter, Kai Forbath cut September 6th of 2016 by New Orleans for their current kicker, Will Lutz. I so badly wanted to say Kai Forbath just kicked us to Philadelphia, but you can't.
No, you can't.
Because of the quarterback on the other side of the field, Drew Brees. You cannot disrespect football immortality. A quarterback who has thrown 3 touchdown passes this second half and has provided life to a moribund team for the first 2.5 quarters of this game.
No, you're absolutely right. The only difference now, Paul, is that there's 1 minute and 29 seconds left to go. So Everson Griffin and the rest of the defensive line, they don't have to worry as much about 41 coming out of the backfield. Now we've got Kamara one-on-one.
Come on
the outside with Kendricks, and that's the matchup they went to before.
Brees, first down, back to pass, fade left for Thomas, incomplete. One down completed, 3 to go. 1:25 to go in the game. It's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Everybody at US Bank Stadium is out of their seats, cheering on a defense that has put the Vikings in a position to be in this game and go to Philadelphia. They lead 23-21 thanks to Kai Forbath. Empty backfield, 2 receivers left, 3 right, Drew Brees. 17th year Purdue, he's cold-blooded, look out. 2nd and 10 from the 25, he takes the snap, bikes rush 4, and he passes over the middle. It's caught by Josh Hill. Told you, he's so cold-blooded. He threaded that into a tight window, barely missing the outstretched fingertips of Eric Kendricks. Josh Hill caught a gain of 18.
Yeah, caught him in cover 2, Paul, and got Kendricks on the tight end, so great throw to Hill, but minute 5, let's go.
Their kicker is Will Lutz, and he has a huge leg. Empty backfield, 5 receiver set. Drew passes right, man wide open. It's Ted Ginn. You might want to cover him. And he's pushed out of bounds at the 41-yard line of the Vikings. A 10-yard gain and a first down for the New Orleans Saints. They have 1 timeout remaining and no challenges. Mike Zimmer has 3 timeouts. And the New Orleans Saints, in just a few seconds, have gone from their own 25 to the Vikings 46. Will Lutz, 2nd-year Georgia State. He's their kicker. He's hit 2 57-yard field goals in his career, including 1 last week. 3 receivers left, 2 right. Drew Brees facing the noise at US Bank Stadium, takes a low snap, dump over the middle. Incomplete, knocked away at the 40. They focused on Michael Thomas, and X marked the spot on that play. 53 seconds to go in the game, 2nd and 10 from the Vikings 47.
Paul, if you love football, you love this battle between Xavier Rhodes and Michael Thomas. It's been going on all day. Xavier Rhodes down for the count, comes off the field, he gets back in, but he and Michael Thomas have been trading blows like a prize fight all throughout tonight. Xavier Rhodes getting the best of him on that last one. He thought he was going to get him underneath, but didn't get there. The Saints lining up in empty again. Kamara split up top. Eric Kendricks covering him. You wonder if they're going to go to that matchup.
Brian Robinson inside, Linval Joseph out of the game. 3 receivers left, 2 right. Brees on 2nd and 10. Back to pass, he'll fade it right. Incomplete, nearly intercepted by the hitman, and that would have won the game. It went off the outstretched left arm of Michael Thomas. Harrison Smith had a beat on the entire play, and now, with 49 seconds to go in the game, it is 3rd and 10 from the Vikings 47. Minnesota leads 23-21 thanks to a 53-yard Kai Forbath field goal that took place with 1:29 to go in the game. New Orleans 2 of 7 on 3rd down, play clock at 13. Saints break the huddle. Alvin Kamara outside to the right of Michael Thomas. How about that duo on the right? Thomas is slot right, 3 receivers left. Brees looking at 4 down linemen, takes a snap, short drop, fade right, and it is incomplete! Xavier Rhodes and Harrison Smith converged on Michael Thomas, who was slow to get up. And here it is. The season for two teams is on the line. 45 seconds to go in the game. The Vikings lead 23-21. It is 4th and 10 for New Orleans from the Vikings 47-yard line. Drew Brees and the Saints are in the huddle. Heading to the west side of US Bank Stadium. They break the huddle. Play clock's down to 7. Brees with one timeout, chatting with Alvin Kamara. Play clock's at 2. He takes the snap on 4th down. He's back to pass. He'll pass left. Caught cold-blooded. Oh, my heavens, at the 33. It was Willie Snead. And that's a 14-yard connection with 40 seconds to go in the game. Football immortality found Willie Snead to his left. And the chains move for the New Orleans Saints.
That was Mackenzie Alexander who was one-on-one and was just a little late to get outside. That ball thrown just over the fingertips of Anthony Barr. Now here we go right now, Paul.
50-yard try.
This is a 50-yard try.
Right.
So for the Saints, any yardage that they can get here is going to be a big bonus for them. But don't forget, if we could somehow get Drew Brees on the ground, we could take them back out of field goal range.
First down, New Orleans from the Vikings 33. Empty backfield. Brees kicks it out to the right. It's caught by Ted Ginn at the 30, and he walks out of bounds at the 29. 4 precious yards for the New Orleans Saints. Minnesota with 3 timeouts remaining as Terrence Newman checks in. Second-year corner Mackenzie Alexander departs. 23-21 Vikings in an absolute spine tingler at US Bank Stadium. Divisional round football action following the 2017 season. The winner goes to Lincoln Financial to play for an opportunity to return to this building and Super Bowl 52. Empty backfield, 2nd and 6 from the Vikings 29. Brees takes the snap, hit as he throws right, and it is caught at the 24-yard line. Quick twitch by Drew Brees. He was blasted as he threw it, caught by Michael Thomas, gain of 5, 30 seconds to go, and the Vikings will use the first of 3 timeouts.
You're right, Paul. I don't know, you may want to, we're inside of 2 minutes.
30-second timeout. Please set the game clock to 33 seconds. 33 seconds, please.
Oh, Michael Thomas bobbled that thing, Peter.
I know, and that's what we're all taking a look at here on the replays. So Michael Thomas, that ball comes right in. It looks like the tip of that ball hit the ground, Paul. That might be an incomplete pass, which would be huge for the Viking defense. Now, they did something a little different. They blitz. They send Eric Kendricks, and he gets through the line unblocked and is able to get a big hit on Brees. That's an incomplete pass, Paul.
You think so?
I think the tip of that, if the tip of the football touches the ground in between his legs and they can get any video and they can get some kind of video evidence of that, then it will be an incomplete pass. So not necessarily a clean catch by any means by Michael Thomas. So what a slugfest this has been today. I mean, both teams up and down the field. However, the Saints on the 25-yard line right now as it stands. So, I mean, you're looking at about a 42, 43-yard field goal from right here, Paul. So Drew Brees being cold-blooded, doing what he does. And that's there have been some situations that have transpired in this second half where, you can never count out a former Super Bowl MVP. I mean, Drew Brees, are you kidding me? One of the best quarterbacks in the history of the NFL, and we're seeing why today. He was the MVP of Super Bowl 44. But, I have not seen the replay back where former Viking George Johnson got up the middle and blocked that quickly punt. But that put the Saints at the 40-yard line. That was a major, major swing in this game because the Saints would get the Kamara touchdown out of it and then take the lead. They would relinquish via the Forbath field goal. But still, I mean, a block punt? Are you kidding me? Yeah, it's just those are the kinds of mistakes that you just can't make, and it was right up the middle. And the shortest distance of the kicker is right up the middle, trying to take advantage of some softness, and it was a heck of a block that Johnson gets his hand right where it needed to be.
Right.
So that was it's a heck of a play by him as well. But Paul, those are those are the key things that we can look back on. After this game, we'll look back and say, +2 in the first half.
After review, the ruling on the field stands.
Catch.
There's a completed catch.
Okay.
Wow.
3rd down, 1.5, New Orleans.
Yeah, I can't be mad at that. I mean, it did not blatantly look like it hit the turf to me.
Yeah, you're right. And it's got to be overturned. So it was close, man. It was close. But if you're the Viking defense, Paul, you've got to hold up right here.
Yep.
And make sure that you keep them out of the end zone, number one.
Yep.
But number two, you want to keep this field goal as long as you possibly can. I say get aggressive and get after it. Let's go.
3rd and 1 from the Vikings 24, 33 seconds to go in the game. Vikes lead 23-21. Drew Brees will go under center this time. He'll hand it to Alvin Kamara, who is thrown down at the line of scrimmage. I believe it was Eric Kendricks who came in from behind and actually got him for a TFL. So now the Vikings will use their second of 3 timeouts. And Will Lutz will head into the game. Quick pause for station identification. Vikings football. Now here we are. Will Lutz, second-year kicker from Georgia State. Missed from 59 this playoff game. He hit from 57 in the wild card round against the Carolina Panthers. Overall, including the regular season, Will Lutz, the long snapper is Zach Wood. The punter, Thomas Morstead, holds. It's a 43-yard try between the hash marks. Snap spot. Lutz's kick is up, and it is good. And with 25 seconds to go in the game, the New Orleans Saints have taken a 24-23 lead.
Well, the Vikings have 1 timeout left, Paul. So, if you're the Saints, probably I don't know if they'll let you kick it deep, but any type of squib kick could get you at least a little bit closer to the middle of the field, and trying to get Kai Forbath out there for one more kick, but
we need a Minneapolis miracle.
Yeah, we do. This crowd, the crowd is stunned. Everybody's stunned right now. You come out.
We need a Greg Lewis moment.
You come out rolling like you did 17-0 at halftime. You get the ball first in the second half. The problem is you're playing a good team. These games are going to come down to this.
Yeah.
You made a couple big mistakes. And Case Keenum's interception was one.
Yep.
And the other one was the block punt. So
great point on that Keenum interception.
Those are 2 big time momentum turners.
And by the way, we got lucky on that Willie Snead double pass. Kamara blew by Barr and was gone for a touchdown, and they misconnected. Here we go. Lutz. Boom. And he'll kick this one 9 yards deep in the end zone. Marcus Sherrills goes to a knee. And Case Keenum and the Minnesota Vikings, with 25 seconds to go in the game, trail 24-23. And they'll have it from their own 25. Once again, Kai Forbath's career long, 57 yards. Did that in 2012 with New Orleans at Houston.
Everybody on their feet. It's quiet. They're letting the offense operate. And here we go. This is when legends are made, Paul.
3 receivers right, 1 left. Case Keenum, 5th-year Houston, first playoff game, out of the shotgun. Flags.
False start. Offense number 74. 5-yard penalty. First down.
The right tackle playing left guard.
Well, and for the most part, the offensive line has been very solid. We haven't had a lot of penalties, so you can't look at those as killers. We had the one hold by Remmers earlier, which we overcame and ended up getting the touchdown on that drive. So these ones, there's no crowd noise to be worried about here. Just get the snap off and let's go.
1st and 15 from the 20, 24 seconds to go. Keenum back to pass. Pats the ball, fires right, caught Stefon Diggs at the 39, being held up by Saints to keep the clock running. Clock continues to run. Now it stops at 17. It just stopped at 17. Don't know if the Vikings.
Final charge timeout, Minnesota.
Yep, Vikings took their final timeout.
How
about those Saints, man? 19-yard connection, holding Stefon Diggs up to not let him go down so that clock would run.
This is it's a nice route. It's a nice decision. the Vikings know, at least our offense, they know that they're going to be seeing some of this cover too, and they're running the right kind of routes to beat it. So I'm not surprised that we got that big chunk of yardage right there. But we are still, Paul, we're still, about 21 yards away from getting a good Kai Forbath attempt, and we don't have any timeouts left. So
I don't care if it's from 60.
This next one's going to be tough.
You got to try to get to the 43, man, just to make it a 60 maybe. Keenum back to pass, 17 seconds to go. He'll pass right, incomplete, threw it out of bounds. Jarius Wright slipped. Kyle Rudolph was about 7 yards from it. 14 seconds to go, 24-23 New Orleans. Minnesota has 0 timeouts remaining and has it 2nd and 10 from its own 39-yard line.
Yeah, it was Jarius Wright that he tripped on Stefon Diggs. Stefon Diggs was kind of a 3-level route to give Case Keenum 3 different options to the sideline, and basically tripped up on his own player. So Jarius Wright stepping on the foot of Stefon Diggs.
3 receivers right, Adam Thielen left. Case Keenum out of the shotgun again. Now,
final charge timeout.
Sean Payton will use his final timeout. You know, Sean Payton, 5-0 lifetime in playoff games that are indoors. You know, and obviously all of them have been, or I mean, not obviously, but all of them have been at Superdome and were indoors at U.S. Bank Stadium. So, granted, they've had the home crowd on their side a fair amount of the time, and it's obviously very difficult to win at Superdome. And whether you like Peyton or not, for the way things transpired in 2009, you got to credit the coach who used to work with Mike Zimmer under Bill Parcells for the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, he's done a heck of a job in the second half.
No, he has. I mean, this is a good football team, the New Orleans Saints, Paul. And you look at how they started this year, 0-2, to be able to come back and put together a team like this, it's very, very impressive.
Neither team has any timeouts. 24-23 Saints, 2nd and 10 Vikings from their own 39. They scrimmage from the right hash, heading to the east side of U.S. Bank Stadium, and Case Keenum hit as he throws, passes left, incomplete. Big hit put on Case Keenum as he threw the ball left. Play took 4 seconds. So now we have 10 seconds to go, Peter.
Paul, he had Jarius Wright wide open in the middle of the field.
Oh,
and
my
if
God.
Jarius catches that, if Jarius Wright, if he gets that ball at Jarius Wright,
Yeah.
I think Jarius would have to make the decision as to whether or not to run out of bounds or run it out the back of the end zone. I mean, wow, just a big mistake. You just got to be able to, you got to take advantage of it when they do that kind of stuff.
10 seconds to go. 24-23 Saints. Vikings at their own 39. It's 3rd down. 3 receivers right, Thielen left. Marshawn Lattimore 12 yards from Adam. Case on a deep drop, steps up in the pocket. He'll fire to the right side, caught by Diggs.
Stay up!
Oh, he got loose!
Oh, my God!
At the 30! No way! Touchdown! Are you kidding me? It's a Minneapolis miracle! Stefon Diggs and the Minnesota Vikings have walked up on the New Orleans Saints. It's a 61-yard Minneapolis miracle.
I can't believe what I just saw, Paul Allen. What an unbelievable play.
Fans at U.S. Bank Stadium are embracing each other. They're trying to climb into the box to hug us all. Nobody can find Stefon Diggs. He ran into the tunnel.
Unbelievable, Paul.
Are you kidding me?
They run the deep out route. Stefon Diggs goes up, and Marcus Williams, the rookie, tries to jump over the back of him to break up the throw. The ball is caught, and Diggs is able to take it into the end zone.
Look at the Vikings coaches.
This is
to
just
the right
an
of you.
absolute mistake.
Yes!
Are you kidding me?
Look at these Vikings coaches. Yes! Let's go to Philadelphia.
Paul, when it's your year, it's your year. That's all I got to say.
Let's go
Stefon
to
Diggs,
Philadelphia.
what an unbelievable play.
It's going to be 48 and drizzly, and we're bringing a purple rain.